Just when you least expect it, you see it open wide.
This is your daily stash of stash. It's Saturday, March 21st. And this is a stash of stash. Let's go see what this day holds for us.
It seems like it lasts for years while we're together here. Join me barefoot for a while. Feel the dirt under your skin.
So it looks like today we're going to be exploring some of the wild edible plants that are coming up in the early spring here in the Southern Appalachians. One of my favorite places to look for wild edible plants is right along the creek. It's moist, there's a lot of fertile soil, and there's an abundance of little greens right now. But before we start, it's really important that we introduce ourselves to the plants of the area, and then we give an offering. Just something to give to say thank you. Thank you for them sharing their lives with us and giving us nourishment. So let's find something that we can give to them. A little stone, a few stones, just something small, something special. My name is Stash, and I'm a child of the medicine people. And I come to ask if I may gather some of you for nourishment for me and my family. So this is dock, and it's absolutely delicious. They're in abundance right now, and when they're young, they're a lot more juicy and flavorful, and they give us a lot of vitamin C and help us with iron uptake. So if you're anemic, this is definitely a plant that others have found to be great with that. Blessings, blessings, song, song. Blessings, blessings, song. Thank you for your green love. Thank you for your One of the things to be mindful of is that you only cut these older leaves off of the dock. There's central leaves that are just starting to uncurl. Make sure you don't cut those because those are the young ones. Another wild edible that I'm seeing in abundance here, the great dandelion. And here along the creek, it's looking pretty lush and young, so less bitter. Though bitter could be a really good time right now for our livers as we're trying to make sure that our bodies are as healthy as possible. Because from what I understand about COVID-19, from an herbalist perspective and a Chinese medical perspective, COVID-19 creates a toxic heat in the body. And the more toxic heat in your body, the more you're going to overreact and have a lot of inflammation and lead to a lot of secondary challenges. Check out the funky nature of them. Almost like barbs, but really soft. Like they can just help to pull toxins out. So important after a long winter. My absolute favorite wild edible plant of the spring is chickweed. Oh yeah. So chickweed, you want to take a look at it. It has opposite leaves. It will have stellate little white flowers when it flowers. But you can find this in the Southern Appalachians even in December, in January. It's a truly hardy little plant, and it's so tender, really mild, and just perfect for putting on soups or breads for a sandwich, tossing into salads, you name it, chickweed does it. You guys see? These are like the absolute best. Check out that little curlicue. Isn't that cute? They look kind of like grass from far away, and the way that you can tell the difference is that they just have a single stem. Leaves are not flat, they're rounded tube. So if we break it apart, can you all see that's a tube? What you do is you taste them. So if it tastes like garlic or onion to you, and it Smells kind of like garlic or onion. You've got wild onion. Usually you see them growing in tufts and lawns in the early spring and late winter in the Southern Appalachian towns. Let's celebrate these guys. So it looks like we've got an awesome amount of greens to bring home with us today. We've got chickweed, we've got dandelion, we've been gifted with wild onion and curly dock. So it's gonna be a yummy day, a yummy lunch and dinner. Pretty excited. And I'm really grateful that you are here gathering wild edible plants with me today. And I leave you with a question: what are your favorite wild edibles? And where do you like to gather them? I'd love to see your comments, be able to share what you say tomorrow for the next episode of A Stash of Stosh.